This morning we're gonna make chicken Parmesan without all the Parmesan and the red sauce. So kind of a deconstructed version of it. We have our Italian bread seasoning with Parmesan, a cup of both, a cup of flour, 4 eggs all crack into our plate. Our chicken we're gonna pound out, and then I just have these cherry tomatoes I saw at the market that I really like that I'm gonna kind of blister in olive oil with garlic, and that will kind of serve on the side. So you can kind of make this variation where it can be a little bit more elevated for adults while kids can still enjoy it. I'm also gonna prepare some pasta, just like a simple buttery Parmesan pasta. So again, like you have a part for the kids to enjoy and then a little bit more sophisticated for the adults. And then we can finish it off with a really nice fresh salad that has some really thinly sliced fennel, and then we'll do some oranges. The first thing we're gonna do is grab our chicken and pound it out. So I laid out parchment paper. You can use wax paper, whatever you have. I have a rolling pin, and that's what I'm gonna use to pound out my chicken. And I have a second piece I'm gonna lay on top so it doesn't get everywhere. So we're gonna take 1 slice of chicken, don't freak out. Place your parchment paper on top so you don't even have to look at it. And then grab your rolling pin, and any aggression you're feeling that day or feeling overwhelmed, this is a really great moment to kind of let it out. So you're just gonna whack it. Honestly too, this is a fun part if you are cooking with your kids in the kitchen, to let them try doing it for you. You could have them do all of the chicken. You don't even have to pound it yourself. So you're just gonna pound it out. And then once it is thin like this, you're good. So I'm gonna do this to the rest of my chicken, and then we will coat it. Now that our chicken is pounded out, I'm gonna prepare our space. We're going to do flour, an egg wash, and then our Parmesan and Italian crumbs. So I'm just gonna mix these two together. So it's 1 cup each. And if your kids like chicken nuggets, this is a really great alternative to make for them. You can make a bunch of these and then freeze them and pull them out when they want a little snack, or just do it for your dinner. Okay, so now that that is ready, I'm gonna just flatten out our flour. This also is a cup of flour. And then I'm gonna crack our eggs just directly into the plate. Make sure whatever plate you use has a little lip so the eggs won't go all over your countertop. This is definitely like a bit more involved because there's quite a few steps, but it is a fun recipe you can make with your kids or some friends. Everyone can have a little role in it, so it won't feel as overwhelming. So we're just gonna lightly whisk our eggs. Make sure you thoroughly whisk it. You don't want too much of the whites not incorporated with the yolk. Okay. Now we're just gonna take our chicken and put it in the flour first and get it well coated. If you are gluten-free, you can obviously use gluten-free flour, and then you can get some gluten-free breadcrumbs. It will be totally fine. And then you're just gonna do your egg wash. And then we'll end in our breadcrumbs. So my husband's version of this is he will make kind of like those Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and my boys are obsessed with it. So he'll do the chicken here, and then he'll fry them up and then put them in sandwiches for the boys, and they just absolutely love it. Okay. Back to the egg wash. And then to our breadcrumbs. Now that our chicken is done, we're gonna take it over to our skillet and heat it up with some avocado oil and sear it, kind of cook it. It's not gonna be fully cooked. We'll finish that off in the oven, and my oven is at 400 degrees, and it will go in there for about 20 minutes. I'm just gonna add avocado oil to the base of our pan. And we're gonna wait to let it get hot before we start searing our chicken. Okay, our oil is getting nice and hot, and we're gonna start with one of our chickens and put it in. And we're gonna let that cook until it goldens on both sides, and then we'll finish it off in the oven. Okay. You can see it's getting nice and golden on that side, so it was ready to flip it. We're gonna check this one, and the same. So probably about a minute on each side. Gonna finish these up in the oven. Again, my oven's at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably like 20 minutes. We're gonna pop it in there for. Okay. While our chicken is in the oven, we're gonna make a little side dish. So we're just gonna use a really good quality olive oil and put it into our pan. Oops, and have it at like a medium low heat. So I'm probably using about 1/4 cup olive oil. And then we're just gonna place our cherry tomatoes down in the olive oil with some slightly crushed garlic. And we're just gonna let them kind of blister and cook away in the olive oil. And then we'll serve this alongside our chicken. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt to this as well. And that's it. So we're just gonna let that cook. You can hear the sizzling olive oil and garlic and cherry tomatoes behind me. And while that's cooking and the chicken's in the oven, I'm just gonna quickly throw together the salad. There's an abundance of oranges right now, so we're gonna use orange, fennel, and a little bit of parsley. So I'm just cutting off the ends. I was actually looking for blood oranges this morning because they're so beautiful, but I couldn't find any, so we're just gonna use regular oranges. But you're just gonna go along the curve and cut off the skin and as much white as you can. And instead of cutting it into its little segments, we're just gonna cut them, slice them round. Okay, so then we're just thinly slicing them. Then we'll place these on our salad. And I'll do that to these other 2 oranges as well. I think that's enough. I'm gonna wait on this 3rd orange. So the mandolin is probably my most loved and hated tool in the kitchen. I normally don't use one. Normally I'll just slice everything. You have to be very cautious because they are so sharp. For our fennel bowl, because it's so large and I can hold up here, I'm gonna use it. But if I was doing like radishes or anything small, I just cut it with a knife. I do still have this little guy. Definitely use it. Just save your fingers. So the base of our fennel, we're just gonna cut off. So we're just thinly slicing. Again, be very careful of your hands and the placement as you're doing this. And if you'd rather just cut with a knife, do that. Okay. I'm gonna cautiously move this over here and take, I'm not gonna use this fennel because I messed up on it and it's too thick. I really wanted it thinner. So now we're gonna take the thinly sliced fennel and put it over our salad with our oranges. And then we're gonna finish it off with a little bit of chopped parsley. And again, for my dressing, always high quality olive oil, a little bit of lemon. If you want a little bit more sweetness to it, you could do half a lemon, 1/4 cup olive oil, a tablespoon of honey, and shake that all together. And that will be a really lovely dressing for the salad. Okay, so we're just gonna take that, put it on top, and then we'll make our dressing. Okay, we're gonna do a tablespoon of honey and half a lemon. And then about a 1/4 cup olive oil. And I save my little jam jars. I'm gonna close up the lid with it and then shake out. So, and we'll add a little bit of salt and some fresh pepper. Get that honey off. Just shake it up. And then you can store this and keep it in your fridge for the week if you make more of it. I'm making just enough for the salad for right now. And that's it. All right, our meal is pretty much done. I'm gonna finish off our noodles. I saved about 1 cup of, actually like a half a cup of the pasta water. I'm gonna put back into the noodles. I'm gonna add Parmesan, add to your liking. Gonna add a little bit of lemon zest and then fresh pepper and then mix that all around. You could add a little bit of butter as well if you like. And this will just be like the little side dish for your family. Be generous with the pepper. Okay. And we're just gonna mix that around and serve it up with our chicken and our salad and our tomatoes. You could also add, if you wanted, if you knew your family would enjoy it, but the olive oil from the tomatoes, you could add that as well to your pasta. You could add the crushed tomatoes in here with it. That would taste really nice. Or just keep it on the side.